This is Big 12 baseball on ESPN. Maybe the most exciting Big 12 series to wrap up the regular season, and it's a big one. The Big 12's best Oklahoma takes on the Big 12's biggest surprise, Cincinnati. As of right now, the Big 12 is projected to have 8 teams in the NCAA tournament field. Oklahoma is projected to host a regional. Cincinnati, one of 3 teams, is that 3 seed. The Bearcats trying to squeak in there as an at-large. If the season ended today, here is the Big 12 tournament bracket. The Bearcats would be playing Kansas State. Oklahoma, the Big 12 regular season champs, they have a bye into the second round. Welcome to UC Baseball Stadium. Glad you're with us. Anthony Mazzini, Billy Hatcher, and Zach Siegel. We'll start with Oklahoma, Billy. The Sooners have had a great year, regular season champs. They can't move up anywhere in the Big 12 standings, of course, but trying to solidify their case to host in the NCAA tournament.
Yes, they are. They're trying to get ready for the Big 12 tournament next week, and so, they're going to get their pitching aligned for what they want to do next week.
Zach, conversely for Cincinnati, twofold here. Number one, they can get as high as 2 in the Big 12 and get that bye. Number 2, as an at-large potential team trying to rack up as many wins as possible.
Right. Depending on the publication, they're going to be maybe a 3 or a 4 seed. That at-large kind of is still in the air, so they got to win these next couple of games to get that at-large bid, so they're not fighting for a tournament. And this guy is going to be a big one that they're going to depend on, regardless of an at-large bid or not. Carrington Cross hitting .320, .450 on base percentage. Just been so dynamic for this Bearcats offense.
He had a big weekend against BYU, as did John Spikerman, Billy, against Baylor. He is such a great hitter.
Yes, he is. He's their catalyst. He's hitting .407. When he gets on base, they roll.
He is the reigning Big 12 Player of the Week. Missed some time with a hand injury, but they are glad that he is back and healthy. Big series to wrap up the regular season coming up next between the number 12 Sooners and the up-and-coming Bearcats. Top of the 6th inning here in Cincinnati. The Bearcats up 9-1, and Nathan Taylor back on the mound for another inning of work. Welcome back to the press box here in Cincinnati. Anthony Mazzini and Zach Siegel. You've been really impressed with the slider for Nathan Taylor. What makes a good slider?
It's been the real difference maker for Taylor. We touched on some of the metrics, the chase rate and everything, and to show a little bit here, you see a typical bigger slider that we've seen. It's going to come off his finger, and it's going to spin more side spin this way, and the hitter's going to be able to pick up the seams. Taylor's slider is such a tight bullet spin slider. It's just reading fastball, and then right at the end it's diving off, and that has just really been the difference maker. As much as his fastball is good at 90-93, the slider has been fantastic.
Well, it's led to 7 strikeouts for the freshman. Pulled to right, way back off the bat of Hegeman, and that ball is gone. It's a grand slam. His first career home run gives Cincinnati a late lead against number 12 Oklahoma. On senior day, the heroics for Josh Hegeman.
He got a fastball down and in, and he just dropped the head on that ball right there.
1-2. Got him. Big punch up for Logue out of the pen.
Seth Logue elevates a fastball, gets the chase. He loves it. Boyers does not love it.
Runners take off and grounded to first. Backhanded play. McCormick, a race to the bag. He gets there. What a play by McCormick. Saved a couple of runs.
He went back to the cutter.
Yes, he did. Hit the ball hard. First baseman just made an outstanding play.
Cincinnati has switched its starting pitcher. This was supposed to be Nathan Taylor, but a late scratch today. And Tommy Bobazak is the starter for Cincinnati. How do you handle this on short notice?
Boba's a guy that has been really, really good at home all season long. We touched on it in that Houston series, the ERA splits. Quite the discrepancy. But he's actually coming off a great road start. 4 innings, 2 runs, and a win down at UCF in Orlando. So if you're Tommy Boba, you're just going to be a competitor and be excited to have the ball today.
His best outing came against Kansas, 8 innings scoreless, allowed just 1 hit earlier this year. Here's the lineup he faces for West Virginia. And Billy, we talked about this yesterday. Randy Mazzini, the last week or so, has finally had a chance to put his starting 9 together the way he wants it with so many injuries. Of course, the big name J.J. Weatherholt missed significant time with a hamstring injury. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same guys in the same spots today.
Yes, it is. He's starting to get these guys towards the end of the season, playoff time. He's starting to get healthy. And that's when you want to get healthy as a team and be playing your best baseball.
Only resulted in 5 runs yesterday, but 4 home runs for the Mountaineers. Sam White, the 2 home run game, he had 3 hits overall. That was his second 2 home run game of the year. First pitch today is called a strike, top of the zone. Rob Healy calling the balls and strikes today. Kyle Reese, Joshua Nolan, and Greg Stanzak, the field umpires. Logan Save leading it off. And he's down 0-2.
Boba starting him off with 2 cutters. This is one thing to watch today. With the West Virginia lineup loaded with lefties, I expect Boba to go heavily to that cutter into lefties and away to righties, as we saw Logue getting hurt, leaving fastballs over the middle yesterday.
And no surprise that Save has come out swinging. Hit a first pitch double in the neutral site game at PNC Park against Pitt on Tuesday and grounded out on the first pitch he saw yesterday. And he strikes out swinging today. First punch out for Tommy Boba. Here's the defense behind the right-hander. Jesse, Pearson, and Hegeman left to right. Cross, Brooks, Palmieri, and Cross around the infield third to first, and Alec Jones behind the plate today doing the catching. So Pearson, Palmieri, and Jones, all new substitutes in there in the starting lineup today for Cincinnati. With a lefty on the mound, the Bearcats getting a little more right-handed friendly today. Strike 1 on Weatherholt. A relatively quiet day yesterday for Weatherholt standards, which are really lofty. 1 for 3 with a walk. Scored a run. Stole a base. For a lot of guys, that's a really good day at the office, but Weatherholt still working his way back from an early season hamstring injury. Hit nearly .450 last year to lead the country.
Quiet day, still got on base twice. That's why his OBP is over 500.
Well, he's been on base in 24 consecutive games. Two. And it's lined up the middle. Good start today for JJ.
Worked him away, came in with the fastball cutter, and then 2-2, he got a ball out over the plate. Line drive up the middle.
He's just so good with 2 strikes, Billy, and isn't afraid to use that middle to opposite part of the field. That's what makes him such a complete hitter.
He's just a baseball player. He knows exactly what he wants to do up at the plate, and he gets his pitch, and he gets a hit. I mean, he's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes.
So here's Kyle West. 2-run shot yesterday to give the Mountaineers a lead. They would never trail after West's 2-run shot. That came in the 6th inning. There's that changeup there, Zach. So you expect a lot of those today against these left-handed hitters.
He's going to throw a ton of changeups out and a ton of cutters into these lefties trying to get it in on the hands. He only threw 1 fastball to Weatherholt, and then that changeup that he hit up the middle was actually off the plate, but Weatherholt just did a nice job kind of filleting it up the middle.
Tommy Boba was not supposed to start today. It was supposed to be Nathan Taylor. Boba has been a starter, so this is not uncharted territory, and he had been the Saturday guy for a while. But Nathan Taylor had been pitching so well, he got bumped from Sunday to Saturday. And even though Cincinnati was to be determined, it was likely going to be Boba tomorrow, as it has been most of the year.
Yeah, I'm curious why they did that. I wonder if it had to do with the radar, that didn't know if there were going to be storms. They didn't want to burn Taylor in case his outing got cut short.
Grounded back to him. Has time. He goes to second for 1. And the throw to first is there as well. So Boba, starting on late notice today, helps himself in the first inning. 1-6-3 double play.